Hannah Stewart. I did the Spanish studies in Granada during the summer in 2011. My experience in Spain was amazing. We met some great people, including our host family. We saw some sights that I only dreamt of seeing back in high school. I learned a lot of Spanish. I learned more colloquialisms and things they don't teach you in school. And overall, it was just an unforgettable experience. The setup of our classrooms was very different. It was more personal and relatable. My teachers basically told us, I was talking about an experience that one of my friends had, and I said, I don't know if it's appropriate, and they said, if it's in Spanish, it's appropriate. And I was like, oh, okay. and I took a conversational class and a Spanish 2203, which is basically grammar and conversation together. And we spent most of the class talking about our experiences so far, questions we had about culture in Spain, things that shocked us, and relating it to the grammar that we were learning at the time. We didn't have a lot of written activities or homework, actually. Every now and then we would have some readings to do, but it was mostly group work. And we didn't have any research projects or anything. I know the higher level classes did, but our classes were pretty laid back, and they helped a lot with our conversational skills. I wish I had known about the food there. For some reason, I had in my mind that the food was going to be similar to what you typically eat at a Greek restaurant, more Mediterranean, but it was mostly bread and potatoes and tomatoes and olive oil. It wasn't bad, it's just not what I was expecting. When traveling abroad on a budget, buy locally, always ask around where is the best place to find this for cheap. Wait for the seasonal sales, and don't impulse shop. If you see something you like, don't just buy it. Wait, because chances are you're going to find another store that has it cheaper on the same street, because it's happened so many times. And when going on trips, look with the program that you were with, or if you're attending a certain school, because they'll have trips on a budget for you, and they'll have everything organized, and it's probably going to be a lot cheaper than what you would plan on your own. Also, traveling by bus is cheaper than, say, Eurorail or flying. My advice for future study abroad students is that you can never be too prepared for traveling. Make sure you check everything out with the airplane, your tickets, your luggage. Make sure you're following all the requirements. Also pack light, because you will buy a lot of gifts and souvenirs. I'm obtaining a certificate that will allow me to teach English to outside the country, the TEFL certificate, and this experience has helped me a lot because I've never been outside the country or even the South, really. This was my first time. And just the experience of throwing yourself out into another culture, not knowing what to expect, you really know what you're up against next time you get into that situation. Because when I teach, I'll be outside of the country. And it'll also help, like, when later I plan on going to grad school and I want to teach to students here who are coming from different countries. Winning the Global Experience Scholarship allowed me to go on this trip, because if I did not have it, I would not have been able to go. I'm very thankful for that.